You know what I always say about Netflix originals, they are almost never good, but when you combine Ryan Reynolds and the guy that directed Free Guy and is about to direct Deadpool 3, you must have a good time and you must have a good movie at least. Yo guys, here's my review for The Adam Project. So as I said, The Adam Project is the second collaboration between Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy, who also made Free Guy and got an Oscar nomination for it for the VFX, which it rightfully deserved but is ultimately gonna lose to Dune. I mean, Free Guy looked awesome and I very much loved this scene. I was cheering for that moment. But it's still not good enough to beat Dune. I mean, Dune was fantastic, phenomenal. Everything looked so perfect in that movie. But I'm still happy Free Guy got the nomination. But now we have the Adam Project. It also uses a lot of CGI. And I must say that apart from the story and the characters, which were fun, there was something wrong in the CGI department, and I must say the kills and the extraterrestrial out-of-world stuff, that looked awesome. But then you had the one simple job, apart from all the CGI, to make Catherine Keener look younger. And I have never seen something this horrible in my life! Albeit I must say that Cats still is the #1 in bad CGI and looking awful things, but this one, holy shit, what the fuck happened here? It's 2022 and your movie looks awesome. What is that? What is it? I was like, when I was watching this movie, I was like, okay. And then I saw that and was like, ugh. And Kevin next to me was laughing his ass off because of the ugh, and then said that looked awful too. You know, they did an awful job on the deepfake, but they did a good job on the rest. No, but seriously, the deepfake looked like they took a younger photo of Catherine Keener, throw it into Reface, and then made Reface do it all by themselves and threw that at the audience. It was that cringy and that what the hell. But hey, we're not here to talk about Catherine Keener's deepfakes, we're here to talk about the Adam Project. And I must say that I see a lot of divisive scores for this one, mostly going from 2 to 2.5 to 3 to 3.5 out of 5. And I must say, most of them are for the 3 out of 5, and I can agree with that. Because this movie is by no means revolutionary, it tells a giant story but is mostly built upon Ryan Reynolds' humor. And if it's Ryan Reynolds, that always works and his jokes almost always land, but we have also this kid, and this kid is like the younger version of Ryan Reynolds, and he very much tries to be a younger version of Ryan Reynolds because his humor is the exact same as Ryan Reynolds, but there is something with the humor of Ryan Reynolds that makes him so special, and that is just the fact that the humor from Ryan Reynolds is perfect for Ryan Reynolds. And when other people try to do that, it usually doesn't work that much. But for this kid, he actually did quite an okay job. Some of his jokes really landed well, like the superhero landing was just straight from Deadpool. I like that reference. But there are also some moments where the kid is just plain annoying because he copies too much from Ryan Reynolds. And the two distinct from each other in a nice way, to him being the adult funny one and the younger kid being the more annoying, less funny kind of Ryan Reynolds. But it didn't always work with the humor, but as a story, it did work. So I am kind of divisive on that fact. Do I think that was good, that was bad? I don't know. I do think the kid did do a really fine job in acting in this grand scale movie. He had some really good things to do. He just looked a little bit too much like Ryan Reynolds, albeit they were playing with Ryan Reynolds, but they are playing a character and not Ryan Reynolds. It's not Massive Talent where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage. Ryan Reynolds plays Adam. That kid played Adam. Talking about time travel. And I must say that the time travel aspects in this movie kinda works, because it was logical up to a certain point where I just got confused and never got back in again. Because there were some things maybe I did not pay enough attention to when they were explaining the time travel, but it kinda lost me. It was logical up to a certain point, and then it wasn't. It was like, now it's not logical anymore, and now you're not gonna get anything of what we're saying. And it all started with the inclusion of I wanted to say Gamora, Zoe Saldana's character, which was a great character, by the way. I loved her in the movie. She was great, but she's only in it for 5 minutes. And that was sad. Same goes for Mark Ruffalo. He has not 5 minutes, but 6.5 minutes. And he was great too. But he was so not much in this movie that we kind of not got to, I don't know, care for him that much. It was mostly Ryan Reynolds and this kid, and they were fantastic. But the movie is solely built on its humor, and I must say the idea for what they tried to do works really well. But we all know that this movie would have fallen into a bad movie or mediocre movie, C movie category if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds, Mark Ruffalo, Zoe Saldana, and Jennifer Garner. They were the best aspects of this movie. Without them, this movie would have been just another regular release on Netflix. So the time travel and the story kind of works, the dynamics between the characters kind of work, and the characters themselves kind of work. What did not work was the villain. The villain was really bad in this. I didn't like it at all. What they did with the bad guys when they die in another time than when they were actually living in the quantum physics, which they explained nicely, and that was the part I could still understand. Well, that got kind of nasty, and there was like these fireworks that made me think a little bit of The Kingsman, The Secret Service, the ending, because that was also a little bit like this, and I really liked that. And that looked beautiful, but the head bad guy, the main villain, the Catherine Keener character, oh, she was bad. And it wasn't bad in a way that it was just a bad character because she was evil. No, the character itself, the character, the acting, it all didn't work, and it was all awful. And then you have that bad CGI and bad deepfake, and it gets all the worse. And in the end, you cannot enjoy this movie because of its villain, but more just because of Ryan Reynolds. And that's why Ryan Reynolds saves this entire movie. So in the end, Ryan Reynolds did a great job saving the Adam Project, but the Adam Project itself could have been a lot better if it was handled with a little bit more care for the story and its villain. I'm going 689 out of 1,000, or a 6.9 out of 10. Have you seen the Adam Project, and what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion about it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.